You probably clicked on this video because mostly you like hate yourself and just hate life and like you don't like anything at all. And maybe you're a type of guy who's trying to get into self-improvement, but it's just hard for him and it feels that it's worthless for him. This video is going to give you a 2-week process guide to increase your self-love. Now the question is, why do we need self-love? Self-love is very important for like us humans and for the people who are on self-improvement especially, because self-love comes with self-trust as well. So that means if you have more self-love, that means you will be able to trust yourself much more. So as you can see, the person who doesn't really love himself much can't really like pick a lot of like decision in his life, especially like those serious decisions. He doesn't really have a lot of self-trust in himself, while the other person who like loves himself and like treat himself the good way, keeps up with the good habits, he knows what to choose, and he's always the superior one among his group. I used to be like a type of emo guy, and like that's kind of cringe, and I know that. I used to listen to all those suicidal emo songs, and like my style was so ass. I didn't really like it. I didn't really love myself. I had those suicidal thoughts. But then I actually found out a very good way to increase your self-love. And it's not some therapy, it's not some medicines, it's some simple habits you can do at your home or anywhere else. You might realize that some of the people who don't really love themselves can't really show enough love to the people around them. So it basically means don't try to fix your relationship with your friend first. Try to fix your relationship with yourself. So if your relationship with yourself is bad at the first place, you won't be able to have a good relationship with anybody else. But this 2-week protocol is gonna change your view, like your vision to your own self, and like you'll just be able to treat yourself much better than you used to. Here's an actionable step for you right now. Try to change not like the actual environment that you live in right now, but just try to change something in it. So right now, like if you got like some suicidal posters or quotes, maybe in your phone or in your wall, try to change at least a thing in your environment, maybe in your room. That will be actually a level up to your progress right now. First thing I used to do when I got into the protocol that I created, I started doing gratitude journaling. So gratitude journaling is very simple. You can do it right now while you're watching this video. Pull up a paper with a pen, or just open a note app, whatever what type of device you use, and just look around you and see what you're grateful for. Here are like some examples right now. I'm grateful for this phone case because it basically protects my phone from getting into bad stuff, you know. So basically I'm grateful for it because when like my phone falls down somewhere, when I throw it, it'll be protected at least. You can just look around you and write down some simple gratitude sentences. For example, you can say that I'm grateful for my life, or I'm grateful for my eyes, or I'm grateful for my hands because I can grab stuff with them, and just explain and express my emotions to you as I'm talking. You can find a lot of stuff that you're grateful for. You might even be able to find stuff that you've never been thinking of, but then you just realize that you're so grateful for it. Why do you do it? It's basically changes your vision to the world. Like you're basically, instead of just saying bad stuff about the phone case again, instead of just saying that it's bad quality and there's much better phone case, but I can't afford it or I can't find it. Instead of just saying that I'm grateful for it just for being my phone case. I'm just grateful for that. I don't care like if it's bad quality. I'm just grateful for having it. That's it. And your happiness will just start to increase. So that's why like you should practice gratitude journaling more often. It just won't take you a lot, and you can just send it to someone, and that will be even better, or just say it out loud to someone, for example your friend or your father or your mother or your brother or your sister or whoever it is. It doesn't have to be just between you and yourself. You can just send it to other people. If you like feel weird just writing it down, you can just send it to other people, and that will still increase your self-love and self-trust as well. The second thing that I used to do is basically I got off from the stuff that always remind me of that emo type of mood, that self-hate type of thing. So I avoided listening to suicidal and those emo music and songs, and those like stories of like someone who just like killed himself, or like some types of things that reminds me of suicidal and just bad overall self-love. And basically every time like I see those stuff on the internet, I just try to not look at it and just go and maybe distract myself with something, go do some push-ups or just go to the toilet, take a piss. That actually worked. Just basically avoiding some simple types of stuff that I used to think that it's just basically normal to watch. I actually got happier with myself, and I actually like loved myself more and treated myself way better than I used to. And you should really do that. So basically watch out for the stuff that you watch or that you see maybe in real life. The stuff that you wear. Like if it has some, bad suicidal quotes like I don't care and fuck off or whatever. Just try to change a couple of stuff. About the clothes, it might cost you a couple of bucks already, and you like need to throw these away. Like, and they're kind of expensive and all, but a couple of bucks can make you 10 times happier with yourself. Isn't that worth it? A therapist is going to tell you need to pay 10K for him. Well, you just like, threw a t-shirt that cost like let's say $50 to get the same treatment the therapist gave you for 10K. You just saved yourself 9K and 950 bucks. The third thing is I basically try to increase my mindfulness, and I try and focused on actually where do I put my focus on. So, I used to play video games, I used to waste a lot of time on social media. Then, like, I tried to focus on other stuff, like, what are the things that I'm so into, but it also, like, good for me. For example, like, I got into weightlifting at that time. I really got so focused on it, the food that I eat, the stuff that I wear, everything, just everything. The playlist, I got so into it. I merged into weightlifting at that time. It was kind of the purpose for me at that time, and it just made me forget about like being suicidal. I just started being a normal man as soon as I like merged into that weightlifting purpose. And just with time I started doing productive things. I started learning piano. I started, YouTube as well. It makes me like share my story with you and just share my progress and give you advice. And that basically makes me a good guy. Like I just think that even though I don't get a lot of views, I just think that the video is still out there, and some man who like has those suicidal thoughts, who maybe attempted to do suicide but like didn't get successful, or like um refused to do it at the end, and he's just gonna find that video, and I might save his life. It's just so good. It just feels good to record that video. I'm actually grateful for recording this video. Overall, I started being happier, and I started being much more self-loving and much more loving to others. Another additional thing that you can do to increase your overall self-love is basically be kind to other people. This actually works. It worked for me and can also work for you. Like, you're a human, and I'm also a human. I don't have superpowers. It will work for you. Basically, just do kind stuff for other people. Now, you can say like, I can be a nice guy. No, you don't want to be a nice guy. A nice guy just wants attention. But a kind man just does the kind stuff for the sake of it, for the sake of help. So, for example, you see a woman like in the street, and and she's struggling, or maybe in school, and like she's struggling with something. Let's say homework. The nice guy will basically just go help her, sure. But then, like, as with time, he's just gonna be a slave to her, while the kind man is just going to help her for the sake of help. Maybe he doesn't even like remember her face. He just like helped her with that homework and just walked away. And women are attracted to those kind of men more than those nice guys. And I'm not telling you to like help someone like with some big type of thing, like that's more than your possibilities. Maybe your friend, like, for next time when you go to the gym, like before like going to the gym, or like after, just buy him a drink. A bottle of water works, and that will just increase their happiness and your happiness as well. And just the more you are kind with other people, the more you will be kind with yourself. I hope that this video helped you, and I'll see you soon.